What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Memphis Conservative channel. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe, hit that like button, and share this video, and comment down below. Shout out to the National Post on this article that I'm about to show you and read you. Uh, it's titled "Exposed." Leftist icon Cesar Chavez was a serial child. This YouTube, so can't say that word, but you see that word. Investigation claims. Uh, don't know if any of y'all know of him or knew about him, uh, but I can tell you and show you who did. And I guess to them, this guy was some kind of a hero. Watch how you pick your heroes now. But according to Barack, well, I get to that part. Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Chuck Schumer, and Bob Menendez. Okay, so I'm gonna read this article right here to you, so you get a picture. Who this guy was. If you ever heard of him or know of him. The late leftist and progressive icon, Cesar Chavez. Can't say this word on YouTube either. So we're gonna say raped two underage girls, as well as Dolores Hurita. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. A fellow farm worker labor leader in the 1960s and 70s. According to a new investigation revealed by the New York Times, Chavez allegedly first raped Hurita in 1966. Mr. Chavez drove her out to a secluded grape field in Delano, California, parked and forced her to have, you see that word, inside the vehicle. She says she chose not to report the assault to the police because of their hostility toward the movement. So I hate to say it like this. I guess what the movement was more important than you as a one, body getting violated like that. Okay. See, we still have those problems now today. Is that something like that happened to them, happened to a woman, and they don't say anything. Then, but then they allow you 20, 30, 40, 50 years later and say, now, talk, and the person gets in trouble. But anyway, and she feared that no one within the union would believe her. The investigation states further, the report claims that between 1972 and 1977, Chavez repeatedly raped Anna Magua and Deborah Rojas, while both were underage and the farm worker leader was in his 40s. While the two women have remained relatively quiet on the allegations for years, Rojas alluded to you see that word, assaults, nearly a decade ago in a private Facebook group, writing at the time, "Wake up, people. This man you march for every year, the N words, you see that, me." The group, comprised of longtime organizers who had worked with Chavez and supporters of the movement, was planning celebrations for Cesar Chavez Day, first proclaimed by former President Barack Obama in 2024. That's your boy. So, I guess that's another one, one of these, far leftist crazy folks that he looked up to. Because remember, he did a eulogy too at Robert Byrd's funeral. And those who don't know who Robert Byrd was, he was a senator but he was also the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. He went on to one that did a eulogy there. Joe Biden did too, also. I mean, but y'all are gonna question about that though. Is y'all know the ones I'm talking to on that part. But anyway, Roger says she was just 12 years old when Chavez first began inward her, inward in her. You see that? I mean, you see that. You know, I mean, I mean, there's a couple of words I'm not gonna say, but you see it. You know, YouTube is very sensitive about that. She detailed how the Maoist farm worker leader would use the privacy of his office to touch her G word and fondle her breasts out of the view of others. She stated that when she was 15 years old, Chavez kept her stashed in a motel room for an entire week so that he could repeatedly engage in sexual intercourse with her. I don't see why they called him a, what did they title this? A serial. I ain't never heard of that when it come down to the child N word person. Serial? They didn't even get Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees that title. We just saw what he was doing. But anyway, meanwhile, Anna Magura detailed her first actual encounter with Chavez, stating she was summoned to his office where he sat her on a yoga mat, kissed her, and removed her pants. Don't tell anyone, they'll get jealous. Chavez allegedly told Magoo, I don't know, I'm saying her name a couple different ways, but it's Magia. I'll just say Magia. The woman says Chavez N-word her repeatedly in his private office, leading to her attempting suicide on multiple occasions. I wanted to die, Majura said. She had known Chavez since she was around 8 years old. Critically, the revelations regarding Chavez pedophilic, grape, and N-word relation of young girls come a day after the United Farm Workers, the, the labor organization he founded, stated it would not participate in celebrations of its one time leader, calling the allegations against Chavez troubling. The labor union, in a statement, says the claims against him are incompatible with our organization's values. Some of the reports are family issues and not our story to tell or our place to comment on. Far more troubling are allegations involving abuse of young women or minors. Allegations that very young women or girls may have been victimized are crushing. We have not received any direct reports, and we do not have any firsthand knowledge of these allegations. That's what the organization is saying. For decades, Chavez, who claimed he drew political inspiration from the likes of Nicola Machiavelli, Adolf Hitler, and especially Mao Zedong. Zedong. All three of them folks was with the, you know what I'm saying? So if he looked up to people like Adolf Hitler, them and stuff, yeah, that man right there was something serious. Has been hailed as a leftist and progressive icon by Democrat lawmakers. The National Post previously reported that former President Joe Biden replaced an Oval Office bust of World War II hero and British leader Sir Winston Churchill with one of Chavez on his first day in office. So that's why President Trump had said something about the other day that they asked him did he want the Winston Churchill monument statue back in there. He said, yeah. So that's where it was. It got taken down. He did say Biden had took it down. So it says President Joe Biden replaced it in the Oval Office bust of the World War hero and British leader Sir Winston Churchill with one of Chavez on his first day in office. So you replaced that and put this man up there. So that's who you looked up to. Oh, well, looked at as a hero. Okay, got it. President Donald J. Trump subsequently restored Churchill's bust, removing Chavez's visits from the White House. Also of note, Julia Chavez Rodriguez, the granddaughter of Cesar Chavez, served as Joe Biden's 2024 campaign manager. Dang. Gave her a job. The granddaughter. In 2014, then President Barack Obama proclaimed March 31st as Cesar Chavez Day, a federal commemorative holiday celebrating Chavez's birth and legacy. 2 years prior, Obama dedicated the Cesar E. Chavez National Monument at Chavez's home and former United Farm Workers headquarters in Kern County, California. It was in this home that Chavez's private office, where he engaged in the N-word, was located. Additionally, in 2017, Senators Chuck Schumer, that's the old man right now, to be running his mouth in line every time the camera's in his face, the leader of the Democratic Party, and Bob Menendez introduced a resolution to honor Chavez's life and legacy, an annual push by Democrats that had occurred during each Congress for the past decade. So these folks really looked up to this man, as a hero. These are the people that you be voting for. They like these kind of people. People that liked Adolf Hitler, like this guy. So if they looked at him like he was a hero, so what? You looking at what? Adolf Hitler and them, the rest of them as Maui and what's the other one name? That Machiavelli guy as a hero too, because those was his heroes. Looked like it. He looked up to them because he said it. So he drew his political inspirations from those people. Okay. Secretary of War. Here's another thing about the Secretary of War thing. I get tired of when people be saying, why ain't changed the name to Secretary of War? They should have just left it like it was. First of all, if you go back and do your research and know your history, it was called the Secretary of War before it got changed to the Secretary of Defense. So it has the right name. It has the right man leading it too. So anyway, Pete had said, in June last year, moved to begin the process of renaming the USNS Cesar Chavez. My guy. So I'm basically, I'm talking, to anybody that that likes this man right here, voted for him twice, support him and Joe Biden and the rest of them fools over there, Chuck Schumer and them stuff like that. So the guy y'all voted for, looks up, looked at this man like he was a hero. Really? So Black people, the ones out there that you can't tell them nothing wrong about Obama. So what y'all got to say about this? I'm just gonna let it ride, and because of who he is, though. Ain't it? Yeah, I already know. I already know how you gonna do that one. Yeah, I might be getting cussed out on this in the comment section of this video right here. But the fact still remains. Y'all don't question nothing about this man right here, man, what he's done or what he does. Like, for example, when he came out chastising black men for not voting for Kamala Harris, this so-called woman of color, he had a problem with that. But a few months ago, sometime before New Year's, he went there to Virginia and endorsed that Abigail Spanberger lady. She was running on the Democrat side for governor against the Republican lady. She was a black lady, but since people want to be talking about black this and black that, why y'all didn't question them about, well, why he go endorse her and support her? Why you support this black woman? Y'all ain't question that, just like you didn't question just not too long ago. J.M. Crocker was mad at black men and Republicans that she lost. I don't know how you blame the Republicans for you losing in a Democratic primary. You got beat by your own people in your own party. So you mad at everybody else and saying this, saying that. Even a lot of black folks was behind talking about, yeah, it was racist, and some of them had actually said that they blamed it on black men. Well, if you're gonna blame it on black men, then blame it on your so-called black president Obama, because he endorsed the guy that she got beat by. He endorsed her. I'm sorry, him. He endorsed him and supported him. Came out talking, saying sort of good things about him. The same man that said, when he was reading in Genesis, he said in the Bible, it says that God was non-binary. That's what he said. And he also said that abortions was normal and it was okay because it's in the Bible. I'm like, man, what? I missed that one. Why did it say that in the Bible? That's who she got beat by. So why didn't they say, well, why he support Jeremy Crockett? None of y'all asked that. None of y'all. A lot of y'all did not ask that. Why did he didn't support her? Well, supported the, I know skin color got nothing to do with it, but he supported the guy on the Democrat, both on the Democrat side, but he supported the white guy. It don't matter to me, who gets a seat or whatever, who gets off it. Care what skin color you are. I don't vote off skin color. I don't look at skin color. Look at policies. She might have had a little, ghetto moments and stuff, but I will give her this much. She didn't say nothing near about what that man, the one she got beat by, what's his name, James Tallarico. She never said no crap like the stuff that he was saying. I give her that much. Yeah, but the spam burger lady, he endorsed her, and he looked up to this guy right here. So he was a hero. Look at him, just smiling. Look at the picture, holding that paint up. But this your boy. This your boy. That's your man. That's your man. But y'all tell me in the comments section, what y'all think about this one. Thanks for stopping by at the Memphis Conservatives channel. If you have subscribed already, subscribe. And hit that like button and share this video. Let's get this video right here out there. And comment down below. I want to know your comments. Peace.